Hello everybody, back here again for vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 20th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning fairly late for me. I only had the one dog here, so I had nowhere to be, nothing going on, so I was able to sleep in a little bit. She is definitely not a morning dog, so she was very slow in the morning to get up and do anything. And it's one of those things where I was like, she's not in a hurry, why should I be? So finally did get up though, and basically got her outside, got a potty break, got her back in, got her fed, all the good fun stuff. And normally I'd be back outside right away, so it's just kind of my routine is outside all day, every day. So, but for some reason, my wife grabbed a bowl of cereal, and I was feeling kind of hungry, and we had some leftover sandwich in there. I got this new air fryer, which takes hardly any electricity and can make me tater tots in like 9 minutes. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna knock out some tater tots, have some sloppy joes, and kind of mix it up like tater tot nachos, sloppy joe on top instead. So went ahead, chucked them in there, and then hit the sloppy joe mix, sat down, started eating, which is super rare for me to eat inside. Even if I do have a bowl of cereal, I take it outside to eat. I rarely ever am in my house. So went ahead and hanging out there, chatting with my wife, having some breakfast, watching a little bit of stuff on the TV, and they were making a grocery list, and I had basically said I need some more Mountain Dew, and then Mom chimed up and goes, "Did you get Mountain Dew yesterday?" And I'm like, I jokingly said, "It's not your business if I do not. I need more Mountain Dew." And she lost her damn mind. Like, literally was like, "I'm so sick and tired of your attitude." And I'm like, it's clearly a fucking joke. Like, again, it don't matter if I bought Mountain Dew or not. Just buy more Mountain Dew. It's on the list. If I have none or have plenty, it doesn't matter. I was just trying to, I'm done talking to you. I'm not going to ask you questions anymore again. I get the smart mouth you. And I was like, son of a bitch. So this is one of the big reasons why I don't hang out in my own goddamn house, which is kind of strange, but it's what the thing is. So we get into it. I'm like, I don't know what the heck your problem is. Every time it's a smart mouth and back and forth. I'm like, hold up. This is ridiculous. I'm like, this was clearly a joke. I'm like, trying to explain to him, like, well, I gotta tell everybody if it's in a text message or in a conversation with me. And then she rolls her eyes. I don't need you. I'm like, well, I'm trying to explain myself here so you can understand what's going on. I don't need you to explain nothing to me. I'm like, bitch. And I'm here thinking, God damn it, this seems to happen with you a few times a year. You have a great big conniption fit and freak out about some tiny little thing because apparently you let shit build up forever and don't tell me shit. I ask you how I can make things better, how I can communicate with you better. You scream and yell and say, I'll never change, and I can't make a difference. And well, how the hell can I change if you don't tell me how to change? So I explained to her the simple fact that if I want to tell you to fuck off, I will just tell you, fuck off. Fuck you and fuck off. I'm not going to around the corner passive aggressively do this shit because I don't have that energy in me. I really don't. I'll tell you straight up. If I have a problem, I'm going to tell you straight up. So I explained to her, I said, get the feeling that you just don't like me. Like, what the hell? And she'd made a sandwich in the process when she asked me that she was making a sandwich. So she storms off, throws the sandwich in the trash can. Doesn't eat it because apparently she's so upset she can't eat. So starve, whatever, I don't care. I bought the groceries, so it don't matter, I guess. But went ahead and said, hold it. And I'm trying to explain to her, like, hey, we need to figure something out. So she basically pouts, runs off to her room. And I was like, this is why I don't hang out in my own fucking house. So I have a $400,000 house that I'm in the backyard all day in because it seems like when I'm around here, all it does is piss her off. The other day I was installing the cover plates for all my switches because my wife never picked out what colors she wanted, so I just replaced the originals. And she kept trying to help me, and I'm like, I don't need help, I'll do it. Well, there's so many. I'm like, yeah, but I'm a big boy, I can do these. So she starts trying to put them on. She goes, I can't find a screwdriver, which I have plenty in the garage. She's like, I'm gonna use a butter knife. I'm like, no, don't use a damn butter knife. Another one we had in this situation with, we were taking the dog gates down. I asked my wife if I could take them down where the Christmas tree no longer is. And she wanted me to put it in the hallway. I'm like, I don't want to put it in the hallway because when my wife wants to go back and forth to the office, I want to go and get a cigar. I don't want to go through a gate. She has a gate in her bedroom door, so the dogs don't go in her bedroom. She keeps the bathroom door shut. And she's like, well, we have the bedroom and the bathroom door open. I'm like, there's no benefit to having the bathroom door open because if you're not in it, it don't need to be open. And it was makes no sense. I'm like, you can take the gate that has the swing in it that we can swing so you don't have to step over, which would be perfectly fine. And I'll happily put that in your room. And she got all pissy as I was trying to explain to her. She goes, fine, just don't do it. And I'm like, that was a few days ago. I'm like, okay, I wasn't gonna do it, but I was trying to explain to you why I'm not doing it. But she don't want to hear anything because apparently I'm a monster and I'm just a devil. So yeah, there was that. That was fun. I looked at my wife and I'm like, did I do anything wrong here? Like, what the hell happened? What the hell's going on? Sharon's like, well, I don't know, So she gets all pissy, and I finish up my food, go put my plate and stuff away. She's hiding in her bedroom. I go back outside the dog, and now outside my own house, because I don't hang out in my own house with her here anymore. So kind of that thing. So I went ahead, went out there, had a cigar. They headed off to the store. Everything's peachy, everything's good to go, and just chilling out there. So they get back from the store, they got their groceries put away. I've been their dog get dropped off, so he gets dropped off. He's super excited to see me. Met the owner's father, who came down, I think from New York, and we chatted a little bit, talked, got the dogs out, dogs get playing, and Piggy, the one watching for a while now, she is really a turd head when she first meets a new dog. She gets all growly and all like protective and tries to be a bully, but she's really old, so she's not very good at it. So I had to yell at her a couple times to behave, and then once I yell at her a couple times to behave, perfectly fine. She ignores him for a little while, and he wants to play. He's got a lot of energy, and then eventually she plays with him for a while, and they chase and they wrestle and they run and they play and they have good fun. Then she needs a nap, and then later she wakes up and she does it again. So that goes on. I got a message from a mechanic saying my Suburban should be done and I can pick it up. He said it'll be done 1. I said, well, I don't want to come up there until it's 100% ready, so when it's ready, let me know. Don't hear from him. He's like, okay, I'll do that as soon as it's ready, it's out. I'm like, cool. So don't hear from him. It's now like 2:30 in the afternoon. So I heard another. I'm like, hey, just get my Suburban out, just need to know so I can come pick it up. And he goes, oh, I'm about to pull it out in 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, cool, because he had another car blocking it in, whatever, no big deal. So I text back and said, make sure you drive it, make sure you run it that's 100% ready to go. And then he texts back, I don't know, about an hour later, it says, yep, 100%. I said, you test road? He goes, yep, 100% ready to go. I said, okay. So I head up there. My original thought was I was gonna run up there on foot and basically use that as my run, but it's chilly enough and it's long enough that I had this weird feeling I was gonna get there and the thing wasn't gonna start or something stupid, and then I'd have to run home or have my wife come get me. I don't want to deal with that. So just jumped in the truck, grabbed a couple totes to put the old truck parts and stuff in, whatever. Get there and I noticed the hood ain't latched all the way. So I go out to try and set the hood, and I went in first and asked him if he had all the parts of the truck. Everything's in the truck already, so I did Suburban. So okay, let's go out and set the hood, and they installed my damn front end, the front grill and stuff. They set it back too damn far, and it was pushed back from the bump from the fenders, and now the hood don't latch. It catches the safety latch only. It doesn't actually latch, so the hood's all jammed up. And you can see there's multiple handprints on the hood if they were trying to slam it shut and get it in there. And I'm like, how fucking hard is this? Like, you guys are incompetent as shit. So he goes, also it won't start in park because the leakage is messed up. You guys start at neutral. I'm like, well, it started in park when I brought it to you. You didn't touch my transmission, so that's ridiculous, but whatever. So I basically grabbed my stuff and explained to him. Also, I'd left him a note when I first dropped it off that basically told him that if he gets the truck done, he said it'd be a month, 2 months at most. It's been 6 months. It's been way too long. So in the note it said, hey, if you get this thing done in the first month, like he said, it's possible, there's a $5,000 bonus for you. Get it done the second month, there's a $2,500 bonus for you. And if you get it done in that time frame, then I also wanted to, because he was talking about renting the place, pays rent, he doesn't like the location, there's no parking, it's horrendous, it's a pain in the ass getting out of there. And I was like, hey, I'm willing to build you a building, because he has property. He says he has some land at his house. He wants to build a shop there someday and not pay rent. And I'm like, I'll build you a building. We can deck it out up to 100 grand. So I was offering this guy, build you a $100,000 building with the stipulation that what you're paying right now in rent, which is $800 a month, pays the building off in 10 years, get my 100 grand back. And during that time, until it's paid off, I get a small corner in the back of it to work on my own shit. Like, I'll buy my own liftwear and stuff. I don't care in there, but I want a spot that I can go and work on my own cars, that this is, we'll tape it off, like this is my space. That's all I ask for rent, for the interest, because you're not paying me interest, which would be another 100 grand if you went to the bank and got a loan at least. So I'm basically willing to rent a building for $800 a month in a shop that kind of, hey, there it is. And truthfully would have zero problems at all with that. And I handed the note and I leave. I go to pull out, tires rubbing in the back, which not really his fault, because the tires I gave him were off another GMC that weren't backspaced properly, whatever, but they're rubbing on the side. And I'm like, so I pull across the street to see what the hell's rubbing. I see where it's rubbing the bed rail inside, not the fender. So I'm like, okay. And the brakes are shit. The brakes, you have to pump them. You work, you push the pedal against the floor, you gotta pump it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, yeah, but shit. So I pop the hood and look at it, and I got an old master cylinder there from 1967, not the brand new one that came with the kit. And the booster isn't big enough to run for the big giant calipers on these disc brakes. So because he claimed the park lever wouldn't fit, which is how I screwed it up. Trying to make it fit around the big booster is how I jacked up my linkage. So now the only way to start it is put it in drive. So you start it, the truck lunges forward, and you gotta push it neutral real quick so you can rev it up, keep it from dying, which is ridiculous. It's not good on a vehicle to start and drive, but it is what it is. So I'm pissed off. I just want my truck out of here. I don't care. So I start driving home, and I'm driving home 5-10 mile an hour. Tires smoking or it's rubbing. Just the hood's not lashed all the way, so I can't drive fast anyway. And I'm just doing stuff. I'm like, I don't care the tires. That's luckily I put the shittiest tire on there. That's in the most least tread, so I'm good there. So I'm like, okay, we can live with this. We can get it all figured out and go from there. But I'm like, not the end of the world. We get it all done. And basically, so I make it about halfway home, and at that point, I go ahead. I got pull over against with some weird noise up front. I see there's some shit rattling up front. So I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So I get it home, I get it back to the spot, get it back to the drive, get it parked. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go back and get my truck now. So I decide if I'm gonna run over there, because I know my truck starts now. But I'm like, I'll just ride my bike over. I need to ride my bike anyway today. So I jump on my tadpole. So right over there, and I go and ask him, like, dude, do you think that you getting back a working truck? Like, the hood doesn't latch, the thing doesn't start unless it's in drive, the brakes don't work. You said, well, I pulled it out, pulled it over here and back to that spot. And I'm like, that's a test drive? I asked you to drive it to make sure it's right. Like, had you told me this shit, I could have brought a trailer and picked the damn thing up. And now I gotta take it somewhere else because I still don't have a shop to work on it myself. And I don't know what you've done. He goes, well, it can't be that much more need to be finished. I'm like, shouldn't be anything left more to do. You've had this thing for 6 months. And I basically told him he was a giant piece of shit. And asked him why he thought I shouldn't sue him for the money I paid him to do this work when he gave back a truck that's completely inoperable. And I gave him a perfectly running driving truck that, oh, by the way, I turned the AC on and did you even check the AC, see if it works? I put 2.5 pounds in it, so I don't give a shit how much you put in it. Did you check to see if it works? No. And I'm like, well, it doesn't even blow cold. So the AC isn't blowing cold, and this is where we're at right now. So what do you want to do? And he's like, oh, da, da, da. I'm like, what the hell, man? The fan belt, the air exchanger belt squeals like crazy and shit. I'm just like, fucking idiot. I'm like, you are a complete piece of shit. Like, not only I got to pay somebody else now or do it myself, and I got to tear it all the way back down to zero and start over again because I can't trust anything you've done. If you were in my shoes and I did this work, would you trust anything I'd done? He goes, no. I'm like, then why should I trust anything you've done? So, but I got my truck back. That's the only thing that really matters. I got my truck back. That's the most important part. So, truck's back. Went by another guy's shop that does work that I think I can trust. And I've met him. He lives right here in my neighborhood. I met him at his house a couple times, talked to him about old cars and stuff. He's outside and do that. So I got to figure out if that's what's going to happen or what's going on. But yeah, the tire part, I don't blame him. He could have told me, hey, it's rubbing. I would have brought a trailer, picked it up and just said, hold it. Or actually probably just left it there until I found a shop I was going to take it to and moved on from there. But yeah, super not happy with the guy. Still not sure if I'm going to sue him or not, and small claims to get back my $3,500 I paid him for the work, but who knows? It's really not my issue at this moment. I don't care. I'll figure that part out later. I think I got a year to decide that and go from there. But yeah, so I gotta get it somewhere else. Of course, nothing's open. It's late. By the time I get done, it's like 5 o'clock. So there's gonna be around on Saturday, and everybody's closed tomorrow. So we'll see what Monday brings and what I'm gonna do with it. I might just pull it in the garage myself and just crawl around my belly, my back, and do the work in my own damn garage. And the sad part of that is I gotta park my Corvette outside. And with it being a rag top, I really don't like to do that. So who knows? I just haven't made my mind up. I want to build a garage, but once I started talking about really starting to build a garage, my wife started talking about, she's all worried about money and shit. I'm like, okay, which is this? Like, we've been talking about this for over a year now. I've been talking about it for a few years, but talking about this over a year now about this house. Whatever you spent on the house remodel, I get to spend the exact same amount on a garage because I don't really want to live here. I'd rather be living out in the country, but we're living here because your father. So that was kind of our stipulation. And then she never got me a final price of what we spent because she was keeping track of it all. So who knows? I don't know where we're at. So I got to decide I'm going to spend $25,000 to $50,000, $25,000 minimum for the building, bare minimum, but probably $50,000 by the time it's done to build a building, so I can then work on my own shit like this. So yeah, who knows? But my truck's back. That's the biggest important part. Got back, went ahead, got the bike put away. Actually went for my run, got back from my run, came back in, forgot to put my bike away as I was going for my run. Had to go back inside, open the garage door, put the bike away, and then I don't want to get stolen. It's like $3,500 bicycle, so definitely gonna see somebody stealing the thing real quick. Next thing you know, it's tossed in some alley somewhere, some ravine, and it's just gone. So that would definitely suck. So when I got it put away, went and got my run in, got back from my run, ended up having herself a little dinner. My wife wanted to go out to eat. She wanted to go get tacos and then her stomach got upset, which I asked her. Turns out she got back from grocery shopping, ate a cinnamon roll, and her stomach got all twisted up in knots. And I'm wondering if it was the stress from Mom and I's fight, probably what caused her to get the stomach problems, because she develops her stress and stomach issues quite often. So yay, that's helpful. So went ahead, said hell with that. Decided to eat at home, so we knocked out what we had at the house, eating some leftovers and whatnot. And I thought we had, what we ended up having was rice and sausage, which I thought it was beef and noodles, but it wasn't. It was rice and sausage. So that's what I had, and I think, remember, she had just something real milk toast to settle her stomach, she hoped. So she got some of their worries going on, whatnot. We did that full body scan thing to see health-wise, heart scan, all that shit. And it was like $3,000 for that damn kit. But she got all the results stuff during the week, and wanted to tell me what it was yesterday. I said, I don't really care to know, because even if you tell me it's great and I have, low risk, that's because it's like 1 through 100 for each thing, and anything under 10, they said there's no real concerns for each statement or where the hell, I don't know. It's like, I didn't listen that much, so I wasn't really planning on looking at it. I said, but if you tell me today, I'm fine. And let's say you want the test done another year or 5 years from now, and then you don't tell me, I'm then going to assume there's bad news then, where now it's good news. And I said, you have to give it 24 hours. So she gave her 24-hour time, and the 24-hour time to think about it, she decided she wanted to tell me. So apparently, according to that scan, they could see where they punctured my lung when I had my motorcycle wreck, and it's got some damage, so I don't breathe as well as I should. But aside from that, I am zeros across the board. And that one actually came up as a 0 too, so it was not really doing anything. I am 100%, like, it's the healthiest the scan can get. This is, I'm 100% perfect when it comes to health, from my groin to my chin, basically, I guess, is where it's at. So I was like, okay, that don't really do me any good. She had a 10 on one of them, that where her pacemaker or heart attack was. So she kind of expected that to be there, but she's going to tell her heart doctor about it and make sure they know what's going on. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what we got right there, and all that good fun stuff. So got done with that. I came back in after I had my cigar, and that's when she told me. We basically watched a little bit of Netflix on the iPad, and then wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.